As a seasoned notary, if I had to start all over again, here are the top 3 things that I would do. First, I would start off reading my Notary State Handbook thoroughly. Secondly, I would take one training course. One, that's all you really need. And third, I would buy our Notary Starter Kit bundle. Okay, hear me out. Yes, it is a self-promotion, but here's why. It's the exact reason why we put the bundle together in the first place. We came together several years ago and we talked about all the things we wish we would have known when we first got started. And we created this Notary Starter Kit because literally we know how it feels, right? Me personally, I went down a rabbit hole, took a lot of training and learned it was not necessary. So with that in mind, we put in elements in the Notary Starter Kit that will help a new person pull it all together. That's all you really need, right? Once you take that training course, you read your handbook, it's time to get out there. It's time to answer the phone, but you may need some examples of how to answer the phone. So we role play. You may need to know what to carry in your notary bag. We talk about supplies that are necessary and supplies that are nice to have, maybe later. We also talk about how to book or schedule yourself because it literally is a guessing game in the beginning. But we give you some practical advice on how to do that so you're not overbooked. As you're building your clientele, it becomes harder. It starts off easier because you don't have that many appointments. But as you add on more and more signings, you got to know, what to account for, how much time do you want in between, etc. We talk about customer service. We don't hear that a lot. But customer service is important. This is not a do this signing and it's one and done. It may be, right, in some instances, but I can't tell you how many clients I have that call me over and over and I am now their notary. And that's the whole goal, right? We talk about safety. There's not enough talk going around this notary industry about safety. There's a lot to consider. We're going in strangers' homes. They're welcoming us into their homes and they're just as nervous as we are. So let's talk about what to do. We talk about what to do before, during, and after an appointment to maintain safety. And you don't have a business without marketing. So we definitely talk about marketing and so much more. We actually include a safety first sign later. It's an ebook. And we have a worksheet that you can keep in your car to stay on track until you get a routine going. So there's so much more that goes into how do I become a notary or how do I stamp a document. I know those fundamentals, but you also got to know everything else that comes along with this process, being in this business and this industry. All right. So if you've been saying, hey, I want to become a notary, how do I do this? You've been asking everybody, jumping on lives, jumping in Facebook lives. Get the Notary Starter Kit. We can definitely help you. We also will have Q&A, private Q&A live sessions. So it'll be smaller groups that you can ask your real questions to get a real answer. So get the Notary Starter Kit in a heart to help new notaries because it's the number one question we get when we're working with clients. It's the number one question on these apps. So stop asking the question, get the bundle, and get started. No more excuses.